Ain't no love like a real love, but it goes so fast. All tied up like a captive. I'm on to you. Used to pay to my love life, sending no rainbows, playing it cool. I don't felt this in ages, and I have no more patience. So won't you please stay a bit longer? You're making me stronger, making me stronger. Stay a bit longer. You're making me stronger, making me stronger. You need stronger. peace are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Welcome everyone to your favorite weekly episodic series of Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club. It is round number 4 of the Race of Championship. Race of Champions, I should say. We are here live at SUGO Sportsland here in Japan, where the drivers are in the GT3 cars ready to go racing here in the wet. It is pouring down here at SUGO, and the drivers are going to have to navigate very carefully in some of man-made's greatest creation, the GT3 car. Made from different manufacturers from Porsche, McLaren, Mercedes, Bentley, Lexus, and so much more. You're going to see some of the best drivers from all around the world have their go here at SUGO for the 4th round. Last week, we had such an amazing, entertaining race. Lots of controversy in it, but with penalties added on, it was fan favorite Raul Pratap, the man from Guyana, to win that race for penalties. Literally, you cannot get any better than that. Raul Pratap finished first. Dylan Morant finished second that race, and third position went to Klaus Klint. This week, though, for Klaus and Valhalla, Klaus will be by himself. His team is not here today. It's just going to be him here in Japan. I don't know if the other drivers got here, but they're probably jet-lagged and not able to race. And Klaus, the only Viking here, ready to throw it down for Valhalla. Currently watching DeVille Park for DeVille Park Racing. He's actually got a new team name to introduce to you guys. It is DP Racing. DP Racing and DeVille Park. You're going to see those points and his name right beside each other when all the points get updated at the end of every race week. You can find all that information on our Instagram, Facebook, all links in the description down below. You can also find us on TikTok, where we show the best of the best clips here at Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club. Let's check out another driver on track who's not a Porsche. The Porsche is a very, very popular car out here. I think the Porsche is the only cars that are out on track. Looks like it. Watching Jaden Harris now going across the front straight. If you want to join us here at Kirby Motor Racing Sim Club, go ahead down in the description to join our Discord. That is going to be our official communication source, where you will talk to the best drivers around the world, be in the conversation. We're a very friendly group, I'd say. And we do racing every Saturdays at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All drivers in the pit lane, there you see. And also helping out some drivers in our Discord. So we have 17 minutes and 50 seconds left to go of official practice. If you are new to us, I will let you guys know right now of how we run things around here. So, beginning the stream at 4:15. We begin qualifying at 4:45. So in about 17 minutes time, you will see qualifying go down, where the fastest drivers will go head-to-head in a qualifying session where each driver will be able to go out on track for 15 minutes only and set the fastest lap they can around the race course, and that will determine their grid position for the race. Basically, wherever you finish in qualifying, your fastest time will be accounted for, and that time will be accounted to how you start against all your other competitors. Then we have the race. Now this race is going to be a very, very interesting one. If you guys were not there for the GT3 Challenge Championship earlier in August, basically we had some races where they had a couple cool features to them, very new and very original to Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club, and one of them being the pit stop lottery. There you see on your screen the competition caution. Now, the drivers will have to go through a competition caution, but it depends not from our announcements, but from the stream. So we will spin this little wheel spin right here. You're gonna see just a little example. When we spin it, you'll see it going around, and whatever it lands on is the minute we will call the competition caution. So for example, it lands on 18. At 18 minutes, the competition caution would go on. During these caution phases, all the drivers will be lined up single file, going a slow 100 kilometers per hour, and to which the drivers are actually not allowed to enter the pit lane. There you see Mike Van Dorn going side by side with DeVille Park. We're getting a little look at the Bentley as it goes around turn 2 and coming up to turn 3. Now the Porsche are trying to stick behind of DeVille Park. DP Racing against Lights Out. They're both sticking very close to each other. The Porsche very good in the corners, but the Bentley not struggling on the straights. If you were not there for the GT3 Challenge Championship as well, you would know that the Bentley is the fastest car in a straight line. Any track that uses a lot of top speed, for example, Spa a couple months ago that we ran, the Bentleys were absolute dominant around there. Around here, though, there's not many straights to really go quick on. But there you see a 19.6 from Mike Van Dorn in the Bentley. The Porsche is going to have a lot of work to do to catch up. The Lexus as well is a very strong car driven by Martin Webster, which, if you are not familiar with, the X-Play driver won the 2022 GT3 Challenge Championship in that X-Play Lexus. I just want to go a little close up into it. Look at this beautiful car done from our very own Lance Nasir, our graphic designer. Beautiful car here, sporting the Guyana flags of the red, yellow, green, and a little bit of white in there. Beautiful car here. Absolutely love it. My favorite car on the grid by far. So, Martin Webster, your GT3 Challenge champion. He knows the ins and outs about these GT3 cars. Looking at Mike Van Dorn, still a brand new driver to us, but he has made such an impact, winning race after race, race after race after race. The Dutchman here at Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club has been making shockwaves throughout the paddock. Looking down the order, we have Klaus Klint, the Valhalla Viking himself. One of the originals here, Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club in the Porsche. He's a very fast driver, so look out for him. Jaden Harrison, the Jamaican. Currently don't see him in the server as of yet. DeVille Park, Cole Bradbury, as well. Some very new additions here to Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club. Danny Nasir also down into pit road. Who else can we watch that is on track? I don't see anyone. I only see Mike Van Dorn, who is on track. Should be expecting a couple more drivers here for this race. They're still filing in. I know the fans are filing in here at Sportsland SUGO. Taking a look at the live comments now. What is up, TJ? Yeah, I know we are a little bit busy here and there. I do have a separate monitor looking at chat. But I'll pay attention to you a lot more. But yeah, different mix of cars here. It should be a very good race. Every car has its own attributes, its own pluses and minuses, its goods and bads, its positives and negatives, wherever you want to look at it. And it's up to the driver to operate that vehicle at top speed, at racing speed, battling other competitors in similar or different cars. There you see Mike entering the pits, testing out a pit stop there. But it is still pouring down here in Sugo, Japan. Sportsland SUGO is a very underrated track around here. A lot of people, when they think about tracks in Japan, they think about tracks such as Suzuka. Sometimes thinking about Okayama. There are many tracks that are just going above my head. But one of those tracks I don't hear in the conversation a lot is Sugo. Japan also having the likes of Fuji and Autopolis. Very, very fun track. Tsukube even. Japan has a very strong lineup of racing tracks here. And with 10 minutes left, we're going to see what the guys can do around another famous Japanese circuit here at Sportsland SUGO. So we are running close to qualifying very soon. There we can see another Porsche on track there. You can hear the beautiful sound of the Porsche. Let's take away the competition caution little window up there and quickly replace that. With the beautiful sounds of these Porsches. Let's turn it up. Love the sounds of these Porsches. You see the real just going for a little spin, banging the wall, and the damage is very high here. So, driver's gonna have to be very careful operating these vehicles. So apologies for that, just helping some of the drivers out in the chat. Tavar, I do not know if he's going to be racing today. He might be. He did do a lot of practice laps, including last night. I was able to speak with him. He was very quick in the Porsche. So I'm pretty sure he should be here today, representing all the Jamaicans. Of course, we cannot forget about the likes of Jaden Harrison and DeVille Park. But he has logged in earlier. So yeah, I'm not too sure. And I think not started in the chat is a driver. But let's go into the chat, as there we see Mike is just hunting down Sethley, trying to get all the slipstream. Let's join into the Discord and speak with the drivers. Mike, check.
Yep. No,
Cool. All right, yeah, Klaus. So what is the issue that you're having?
It says, hang on a minute. I just tried to download it, and then it's coming up and says, can't load the new version. Make sure internet connection is working.
So, okay, is this when you're downloading Soul?
I have Soul installed already.
Yes, okay.
Long time ago.
And so is it enabled through your weather effects?
Wait a minute.
Yeah, look at the latest comment I said with go to settings and then custom shaders patch and then weather effects. And then I sent a screenshot. Then in that menu, you'll see controller script and then weather script, and put both of those to Soul, if it's not already.
Okay, you can see the other one is.
Both of them are drop-down menus, and you got to set them to Soul.
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay.
In the controller script, there was nothing. I put Soul in there now.
Okay, yeah, that's good. And that should work because Soul controls the day and night cycles in Assetto Corsa. So if you go into the server now, you should see it at the correct time.
Hope so.
I hope so. What happened to the whole team? Valhalla not here at all?
I don't know. They're a bunch of pussies.
I know Isaac said he's not going to be racing for the rest of this championship, but I don't know where
I'm trying to make my return.
Dylan is, or I don't know.
Dylan was together with some friends on the cottage, and he didn't get time to get home.
Ah, okay. I don't know about Martin Toth, though. I know sometimes he does.
He was also busy with something. I don't remember what it was.
Okay.
He told me earlier today that he will not be able to run.
I have the chance for a W. What's going on here?
With what?
I have a chance to get a W here for people who haven't turned up. Oh, Jesus.
Well, yeah. Oh, for those of you who don't have CSP 1.80, you're not going to be able to see the actual weather, but if you look on the live stream, it's pouring rain. And
I'm glad that I'm not able to.
It doesn't make me just become, just make me go, I'm fine.
It's all graphical, but on the stream, it looks really good with all the puddles.
I think I'm happy that I can't see it.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Same. It's still my time.
We've got to wait for all the cars to load then. Oh, God.
Try using Salt Extra. You're not seeing clear enough.
Someone's mic is literally a mixture of robot and words.
Might be Martin a little bit.
Yeah, that would be Webster, yeah.
What happened to me?
Your mic's just not the best quality, but it's fine.
Yeah, look, it's better now.
Is it back now?
Yeah, it's all right.
I've realized already I regret taking the Mercedes when GT3 season was a thing.
I'm blowing directly on me, so it's probably going into the mic range.
Wish I had taken the Lexus now.
I mean, cool, I'm using the Bentley, so...
Yeah, you enjoy the boat, what? what had the fun tradition at round 1 of being the car that finished first and last. I think. In the end.
There you see side
In
by
that
side,
round,
Seth
I
and
found
Danny
out my
front straight.
hatred of Maggots Beckett's Chapel. What was fun.
Alright, yeah. To be honest, all the cars really struggled there except for like the McLaren, which had a lot of good downforce in it.
And I've been enjoying the Bentley.
Hey, what's up, Azad?
Let me already start seeing how much fuel I need for the race.
On 65 liters full tank.
Thank you, Martin.
No, we only need 65 litres for the whole race.
We are coming down to qualify. It's 1 minute and 30 left to go in the session. There you see Azad Hassan joining in. Let me know if you guys have any graphical issues or anything like that just before we get into qualifying.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
my
need
teammates got
68 liters. I need to put 68 liters in the Bentley.
I'm literally tripping out for qualifying right now, not gonna lie.
Klaus, is it still showing night?
No, it's better now. It's overcast, but it's better.
Yeah, it's supposed to be overcast. It is a bit
I
fun.
was running with the version 178.
178 or 179 works. I always
Yeah,
just
but
go for
179 I cannot download for some reason, but 178 was working.
Mine just auto updates. So.
Yeah. Well, if it doesn't, that's totally fine. As long as you just have the weather scripts enabled, then
Yeah.
that'll be good. All right, cool. You see Klaus on track right now. 10 seconds left to go before we begin official
And right now,
qualifying.
attempting to race at literally 0 degrees. Oh god.
Oh, bro, I'm so glad that I was
Mike
able
is
to go
fine.
to work by car today because it was just the whole
Mike is
day
good, Sean.
was below 0.
We had to deal with. Isaac said like, Isaac sent me a message last night from college and literally saying he had minus 11 degrees. And I'm sitting there like, I've got minus 3.
All right, all the drivers crossing the checkered flag.
It's a rather small grid this week, it's kind of sad.
Well, the thing is with this track, it's a very short track and not much room to overtake that I'm finding out. It's really just the back straight and the front straight are the only two places you can really launch and
Yeah,
overtake.
that's why I want to qualify.
Wouldn't that be safety cars?
There will be safety cars, yeah, like VSCs.
Okay.
And
And
the
all that.
competition caution, there's competition caution.
If you guys want to look over it now, if you check the announcements page, I have all the extra notes in there on what we're going to be talking about today and what you should be knowing for this race. But I'll go over it just at the end of qualifying. And with that, practice is now complete. There you can see
Engine map
Mike
1
Van
is the
Dorn.
fastest, right?
Sorry, what was that?
On the car, engine map 1 is
Yes, yeah.
the fastest,
Yes, the lower the number.
right? Yeah, okay, I wasn't sure if it was the same as ACC, but it is, okay.
Yeah, all these, well, the Lexus, the Bentley, and the Porsche, all three of them were converted from ACC.
Yeah.
Martin, you want
Who's
engine map
running
1
with
or
the
2?
Mercedes?
So, 1.
Martin is on 1?
Yes.
Alright, because I was on 2. Alright.
Yeah, I'll always put it at 1 for the engine. All right, with that, we are getting ready to get
Oh,
into...
did you see earlier I make a note about why the wear of the tire nut was going down?
Yeah, I did. To that, it's really just how you drive the car, because what I noticed with a lot of practice last night was if you overdrive the car and you slide the tires just a little bit, of course they're going to turn red. Sometimes they flash red and then they go back to green. But if they stay red, if they flash red and then you continue to drive aggressively and then they stay red for a little bit, I've noticed the tire degradation will go down a little bit more on the Porsche. So if
but you know, we have this one where you can follow the tires if they're getting worse and worse. And then starting something like 100% and then it going down. And no matter how many laps I've been driving, they still stay constantly on 100%.
Well, 100%.
Like the tires will not get worse.
I know the tire degradation. The server is no, I think it's pretty.
So actually, I don't have
there.
any indication about when the tire is bad or not.
I don't think the tires will go out. The degradation is a little bit low, so I think you should be fine there. I think like all the tires are matched up pretty equally, in the sense of they shouldn't be going off even with pit stops. Anyways, qualifying has begun. Good luck, everyone, and let me know if you have any questions. And with that, qualifying has begun.
Is the weather changed?
Yep, it's overcast on your screen, it should be. So it should be a bit cloudy.
It'll be like this in Paris?
Should be just a smidge bit darker for the race.
But need lights then?
Yeah. You probably will need lights, but I don't think it's that dark for it. It's your choice. I know I enabled the buttons on your steering wheel, so. Oh, with that, qualifying is officially underway. And Cole Bradbury leads the charge to begin the flying laps. Here we go. Under the Dunlop sign, Cole is going to have the privilege to get a commentary lap from your host here. Coming up to turn one now, down into second gear. You want to keep it in second gear around here for this double right-hander. Straightening out the car, but you swing back over to the left for turn three. Turn four coming up, uphill now, braking as early as possible. Hug the inside curb, put the power down as early as possible. Coming up to the sharp left and right. Do not touch these curbs. They are deadly and they will gladly make your car flip over. Up into third gear. Sometimes you can shift into fourth gear. He does. There you see, down into second gear now for this double right-hander here. And up into third, but quickly down into second. Don't go too wide there. That is a cut track that you can get. Down the back straight now. This is going to be the hot overtaking zone, especially coming up into this hard hairpin that turns out very wide. You want to hug the apex and then drive the car as wide as possible to the curb. Coming up now to this double left-hander, down into third gear. Keep it into third gear, I would say. Coming up to this next left-hander, lifting, straightening up the car. Now coming up to the final corner. It's all uphill and it's all throttle. It's all throttle management. As soon as you get to halfway through that corner, it's flat out all the way to the line. Coming under the Dunlop sign. One final time for this lap, and that's going to be a time of a 1 minute 21.409. Martin Webster behind him does a 1:19.8. What a time from him. The Lexus is driving very fast. Klaus Klint putting in a 1:20.7. Mike Van Dorn putting a time of a 1:20.860. So, Martin Webster currently leading the standings. Who is up next? It's Danny Nasir coming up in the Bentley. Let's see what that Bentley can do across the line. I don't see any improvements from him at all. Sean Lee. We are watching him now coming around the final corner in that black and white Bentley. We see DeVille Parks just behind him. Sean Lee is going to come across the line now, and he's going to stay fifth. P5 going for DeVille Park with a 1:47.6. A lot of time to still be improved. Checking out Klaus now. He is 3/10 up on his time right now. Lance Nasir we see joining the server. Happy to have more drivers joining us in the session. 3/10 just up of Klaus's time. Coming up to sector 2, it's just 2/10 over. Klaus is going to lose out big time, and he's going to gain himself a cut track. Yellow flags for Mike Van Dorn, who's found his Bentley off the track, slides it back on. The rain is getting a little bit worse out here. Looking at Martin Webster, still has pole time of a 1:19. A lot of drivers making mistakes on their second lap. Let's see what's on a flyer, though. Don't see any drivers just yet. But there you see Sean Lee around the final corner. The long right-hander that kills your tires. You really got to manage them going around this track, especially that final corner there. Sean Lee's P6 time is definitely going to improve here, and that's going to be a time of a 1:19.921. Put some up into P2. Ooh, Cole has stopped his car on track. He's going to take that one back into the pit lane there. And there we see Jaden Harrison improving his time. Actually, no, he's actually just joining in the server. Danny Nasir! Look at this! P3, 4/10 off of pole position, and he is gunning it. Very proud of Danny Nasir here. However, he is a second down in Sector 1. We're going to have to come back to him. Klaus Klint coming around the final corner. He's 5/10 just off in Sector 2. This shouldn't be the fastest of times, but it might compete with Danny Nasir's P3. He's going under the Dunlop Bridge. We're going to see what he does. And now across the line, he stays P4. Mike Van Dorn now exiting out a pit lane. Just want to remind drivers that please, when you exit pits, stay behind the white line. So that's even though there might not be any cars coming behind, please just stay behind the white line for pit exit. So race control just stepping in there for a moment, just reminding some drivers of some key things. DeVille Park coming around the final corner now. He has a pretty good lap time under his belt now. If he could just complete this lap as soon as possible. Looks like it might be in the 20s. The 1:20.9 puts his time up into a P6, and that's his personal best for the session. Mike looks like he is just ahead of another Porsche of Jaden Harrison, getting a nice slipstream up there. Martin Webster, 5/10 off of Sector 1. Looking at Sean Lee now. Watching Martin Webster coming around Sector 2. It's not time to write home about. Check this out. Sean Lee's going quicker. His last time has now put him 0.006 of a second, oh so closer to Martin Webster's time, and Sean Lee is flying out there. Sean now, what can he do in the Lexus? It's a Lexus 1-2 so far. The Bentley of Danny Nasir down in P3. Sean Lee is gunning that car as fast as possible. He's a purple in Sector 2. 1 corner to go. On board with him. He cannot mess his lap up. And it looks like he's just about to. Oh, he goes off. Desperation. In 1 corner to go. Sean Lee has lost that lap. Comes across the line. A 1:23. Martin Webster also with an issue there, but that was Sean Lee's best attempt at provisional pole. We watch Danny Nasir now on board. Hugging over the first curb, coming over the second one now, tippy-toeing almost. He goes a little too wide, he's gonna spin it. The rain's really getting to them, hard hit into the wall. That's gonna be a lot of damage. He's gonna have to teleport down into the pit lane now. Mike Van Dorn is going quicker. Around the final corner now. He has a faster first sector. Seth Lee's just ahead of him, and that's gonna be good for him. He's gonna have a lot of slipstream coming up to the line. Seth Lee gets around the rain, respecting his fellow driver there. Mike Van Dorn's gonna come across the line. It's gonna be a 19.5. It's provisional pole. Martin Webster, what can he do about that, as well as Sean Lee? The drivers have been shaken up big time as Mike Van Dorn has put a huge lap down, a 19.5. Now, what can the Lexus drivers do? Sean Lee, fastest in the first sector, looking pretty decent in the second. Goes under the Dunlop Bridge once again. What can he do? Comes across the line. It's P3, stage P3. Not even any improvements. It's a 120 flat. Seth Lee spins out just after the chicanes. Azad Hassan, returning driver here in the Porsche. Not too sure. I think he's just waiting for a good spot to get out. Ooh, it looks like there's traffic in pit road. And there you see Azad Hassan now exiting out. 5 minutes and 40 seconds left to go. A lot of drivers putting in a splash and dash of fuel and then coming right back out on track. I'm just going to do a quick audio check on the stream. Apologies for this. And there you see Azad Hassan now exiting out. 5 minutes. Just gonna lower down the microphone just a little bit here. Apologies for that. Let me know if the mic quality is good in chat. I am reading it this time. I think there was a spin. Mike Van Dorn didn't catch it live. Martin Webster, Azad Hassan. Looks like Martin was just trying to get past him. Martin hustling, try to get a lap down as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Yo. How much fuel are you running?
I have no idea yet. I gotta check that just now.
Okay. What tire pressure is you running?
22, I think.
Ooh. Okay. Very. I run in default.
I can check the fuel just now.
Yeah, I run in default setup, so.
There you hear Lance Nasir communicating with his brother Danny Nasir there. There you see Azad Hassan ready to put in his first laps of this one. Martin Webster is on a lap now. Let's go on car with him now. Let's get a good shot of this. Ah, no, looks like we might have gotten a little bit of a commentator curse. He's gone off track. Sean Lee, I know he's on course for a lap right now. Might have to catch up to him. A little after this lap to Phil Parks causes some yellow flags onto the back straight. And looks like another Porsche in the background. Is that Azad? Yes, it is. There's two Porsches buried in the back. Seth Lee on track right now. Not the best of qualifyings. Currently 10 seconds off the pace. Lance Nasir, ooh, just losing out in the pit exit there. Checking out Mike, look how aggressive he is. And there you see Tavar Clark joining in. I know the fans in the chat are going to be very happy. Tavar, I can officially say, is in the server. But there you see Mike. 2/10 faster in Sector 1. Are you kidding me? On the side of the Bentley. Thank you, GoPro. We are not sponsored. Couple of corners left to go, and look how aggressive he is. Oh, looks like he's just lost out in Sector 2, but it is quicker. 1 corner to go. Mike Van Dorn lines up the exit now. Oh, this is going to be a quick one. Sean Lee, it's 10 thousandths of a second just off of Mike's time, and that thing is just going to extend. Oh, baby. It's a 19.5. It's not the biggest of improvements that I would thought, but it's a 10th off, just under. Sean Lee against Mike Van Dorn. Martin Webster and Danny Nasir also in this battle here. Who's going to take pole position? 2 minutes and 15 seconds left to go. Sean Lee has improved in Sector 1! Ladies and gentlemen, we have a fight for pole! Sean Lee, now has a couple corners left to go. He cannot mess this one up. With 1 minute and 50 left to go, Sean Lee, very careful on the throttle. It's nothing to write home about in Sector 2, but it's very close in times. Sean, 1 corner to go. You cannot mess this one up, and I don't think he is. He's on the front straight. He's on course to probably improve his time. Is this time going to be enough for pole position? Crosses the line. Yes, it is! Sean Lee, provisional pole in 2/10 faster than Mike Van Dorn. What can Mike do? Mike has 1 more lap in the tank. Martin Webster has called it quits for qualifying. And Danny Nasir has improved in Sector 2. If he can get improvements in Sector 1, that would be huge from the Canadian with Guyanese roots. Or should I say the other way around? I don't really know. Guyanese running under the Canadian flag is Danny Nasir as he crosses the line there. Sean Lee makes waves around the paddock as he's on provisional pole with 48 seconds left to go. Mike does not look like he's going quick, and I think that lap is going to be abandoned. Yes, it is. Mike's time is now up. Mike can improve. That's it for his qualifying session. Looks like Klaus has improved as well. Lance is here jumping up into P7. Klaus is very quick out on track. And Martin Webster, I think up into P3. Oh, I think some drivers are just joining into the server there. Klaus, now what can he do? Danny Nasir also pushed down and looks like he's in pits. He's going to stay in pits. Ooh, a little bit onto the curb right there. And Sean is just 2/10 up. Keeping this up, he should be in P3. Could be in yeah, it should be P3 actually. But the checkered flag is out. Cole. Looks like he's having a bit of issues. And looks like Klaus is on an improvement time. No! Tokyo drifts it on the final corner. That's his qualifying complete. And that's going to be qualifying for everyone done? Possibly. We do see Lance Nasir on track going around the final corner. I think he is the last driver. Yes, he is. He's the last driver to put in an official lap. About to come across the line now. Is this going to be a good time to bump him up a position? No, it is not, and he stays P8. Now that was a very good qualifying to watch. Congratulations, Sean. That was an amazing lap from you. Mike, you two in P2, and Martin Webster to get up into P3. Amazing qualifying.
Hey, I'm getting kicked for some reason. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I was watching you getting kicked. I'm not too sure why. Do you have the latest custom shaders patch enabled?
I think I did 1.7.
Okay, check that, and then in the general chat, you're gonna see a screenshot I sent. If you go to settings, custom shaders patch, and weather effects, enable Soul. And make sure, obviously, you have Soul. Do you have Soul installed?
Yes, I had it.
Okay.
It's not active.
Okay, perfect. So, if you go to the general chat, I sent a screenshot. Enable Soul there, and then you should be fine.
Wait, so again, so you said go into custom shaders patch. And
so, custom shaders patch, make sure in about and updates, it's on the latest version that you can.
Yes, I have that, yeah.
Okay, and now go down on the sidebar to weather effects.
Yeah, I found that.
Once there, you're gonna see controller script and weather script. It's two drop-down bars. Drop them down and then click Soul for both of them.
Okay, so I have Soul 2.1.1.
Yeah, that's perfect for controller script, and then for the weather script, make sure that just says Soul.
The race?
But wait, I think you have Soul 2.2, but I have Soul 2.1.
And the latest version works.
Okay, that's what I have.
All right, cool. Try joining the server now. All right.
How long is the race, Raul?
It's 1 hour. I'm just gonna go over everything right now. So,
Just one quick thing for Jidge. 70 liters should do the race in the Bentley. 70 liters if you're driving the Bentley.
Total race.
yeah, for the whole race.
Well, you got to do a mandatory stop, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
you asked me how much fuel for the race. 70 liters will do the race in the
fine.
Bentley.
That's fine.
All right. Here's everything you guys need to know, so please pay attention here. This is going to be a 60-minute race plus 1 extra lap. So just keep that in mind for your fuel, that after the 60 minutes, there will still be 1 more lap of racing. The pits will be open at 45 minutes left to go. So 15 minutes into this race, the pits will be open and they will close with 15 minutes left to go. I will be saying that through the Discord here and warning you guys if, 5 minutes left to go till the pits open or close. So yeah, if you are confused by that and you don't want to remember when the pits open and close, I will be saying that out loud. There will be a competition caution. Now, the competition caution will be decided on the stream. If you guys are new and did not participate in the GT3 Challenge Championship, basically, on the stream, we have a little wheel spin that'll appear. And we're going to spin that wheel at the 35-minute mark. And we're not going to let you guys know at all when the competition caution is. It will just come out at random. And the only way you're going to find out is if you do watch the stream. And that's why we call it the competition caution lottery. So, and during these,
and if you're watching the stream and know you're a bit of a scrub.
you could you can go ahead and watch the stream if you want and have it listening to the background to know. That's fine by me. But during these cautions, the pits will be closed, so you are not able to pit during cautions. You're only able to pit during green flag. So even if we have a crash and we have to call out a VSC, the pits will be closed. They will only be open during the during green flag racing. There's a mandatory tire change, so make sure in your strategies you're setting that up. That is in your setup. You go to the far last menu in there, and it says pit stop strategy, I think. Make sure you just have tires in there. You can. I think the fuel tank should go for the whole race. So you can set that right now. But for the tires, you must come into the pits once in this race to make a pit stop. For competition cautions, there will be exceptions if you have damage. If you have a lot of damage from an incident with bent steering or shattered windscreens, we will allow you guys to come into the pits, but that will not be your mandatory tire change. So you will have to come in again eventually to take tires under green flag. This race will also have the new lucky dog rule that we're introducing here, and hopefully we can use in the future, which is basically during a virtual safety car or the competition caution, if there is a driver in the pack that is a lap down, they will be allowed to come around and get their lap back. However, if they're like about 3-4 laps down, they're only able to do 1 lap around and then line up with the field and then have to get another caution to do that again. And only one driver can do that during the caution phase, and that will be the first driver in the lineup who is a lap down.
First time you got it all right.
All right, so yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions now. That'd be a good good time to ask. Other than that,
and what about in the pit lane? There's a penalty.
Yep, there are speeding penalties, so make sure you guys are slowing down on the line.
Okay.
Real penalty.
Real penalty is on?
Real penalty is on. Yes, it is.
So five penalties is right through.
Yes. 50 seconds left to go.
80 kilometers is pit speed?
Yeah, yes, it is.
I don't even know where the pit is.
Neither do I just realized that.
Come out the last corner and it's on your right-hand side.
Is it a standing start?
Standing start at 30 seconds. Let's keep the comms clear now, and let's say best of luck to all of you. Here we go. 30 seconds left to go. It's Sean Leanne Pohl, followed by Mike Van Dorn, Martin Webster, Cole Bradbury, Klaus Klint, Danny Nasir, DeVille Park, Azad Hassan, Lance Nasir, Seth Lee, Jaden Harrison, and Tavar Clark, who's just joined in. Here we go. Let's sound off the lights. The cars start to rev. The rain is pouring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lights. And for round 4, we go racing! Lights are out. Bit of wheel spin for Sean Lee there, but we go racing. Martin Webster has a good launch there. The Bentley's not the best of starts. It looks like the top 2 are already off. To a great start there. Let's get up to the action as soon as possible. Ooh, I do apologize for this. What is going on our screens here? Oh, I apologize for that. We missed the start. We did see a bit of yellow flags, but everything should be clear. Oh, it's a tag.
Sorry. I really.
Just get back rolling.
No.
Ooh, a lot of.
To say get back when I got everybody half a minute ahead of me.
A lot of cautions in the background, but we go back up to the front. I massively apologize for the beginning there. Sean Lee going wide off the track. Mike Van Dorn onto the inside now. And there you see the top four. It's Lexus, Bentley, Lexus, and Porsche not too far behind. Sean Lee leads this one. Mike Van Dorn has a straight line advantage. Let's see how good that Bentley is in the straight. Sean defends the inside. Does Mike go for the move there? It's going to be very tight. Hard on the brakes. Both of them go. Is there contact? Not too sure. Don't see it. Is Sean Lee runs wide. They're side by side still. Down into 2. Coming up into 3. Sean's going to have to back out. Mike is your new leader. Martin Webster, just running off track. Cole Bradbury takes the inside there. They're side by side. Both X-Plate cars going together. It's contact. Martin Webster finds himself in the grass. Here comes Klaus. It's not the best of overtaking zones to get through here when you come up to a slow car. Jaden Harrison not too far behind, but that's where the gap is. Lance Nasir follow up into P7, P8. Danny Nasir, frustrating start from him. Azad Hassan down there. It was contact between Devar and Danny Nasir. The stewards will be investigating that after the session. Sean Lee now. Coming up fast. And there you see the rain is getting way harder down there. For drivers who can see visual rain expected to stop in 30 minutes time. So that's for anyone who could see rain on their screens. That should stop at 30 minutes time. So race director coming in as the weatherman for a second, as Mike Van Dorn leads us here at this Japanese Grand Prix. And there we see Martin Webster actually getting himself his first cut track of this race. 5 cut tracks, and it is a hefty penalty. Klaus now coming up to the competition. We do see overtakes down here. It's Danny Nasir who gets Lance Nasir now. So back up to the field there. Klaus is catching up to P4. Martin Webster behind Cole Bradbury. It's the battle for P3 on your screens right now. Jaden Harrison not too far behind as well in this battle here. But looks like Mike Van Dorn is making a huge lead up. Just a reminder, see you guys on stream, this is the competition. Caution will spin. And you can see the max is at 30 minutes. So we can see a competition caution from the 30-minute mark all the way down to the 15-minute mark. So that's just keep in mind, and we're gonna see that at the 25 minutes into this race. Mike Van Dorn, fastest lap of this session, and Martin Webster is on the charge to get Cole Bradbury. There you see in front of our screens. Look how blurry Webster's screen is. I know the drivers do have windshield wipers on. We can't see that, unfortunately, on our live feed here, as Cole is under heavy pressure. Of course, he is operating Marlon Young's X-Play car, which unfortunately Marlon is not able to be here. But now hard on the brakes. You see all the drivers just following and snaking up. Jaden is not too far behind, and I will say he might catch up to this battle if it takes a little too long for any overtakes to happen. Looks like Martin might have a better run. Looks like Cole has gone off. He's gone off track. He rejoins a little safely out the competition. And Jaden Harrison looks like he's also had a mistake there. Here comes Danny. Jaden pulling to the side, and Jaden has retired out of this one. Your first retirement here in Japan. Cole, also, what has happened to him? Cole is out of this one as well. Your driver in third position. He's out! And just like that, 2 drivers retiring early here. DeVille with an issue. What has happened to the drivers? Seven minutes into this race here, and we have already seen the first retirement of Jaden Harrison and Cole Bradbury. A huge, huge shame for the 2 drivers there. Very interesting. Don't know what happened there, but there we see a battle here for P6. It's Azad Hassan returning here at Kirby Motor Racing Sim Club against Tavar Clark. On car with him now. Ooh, Azad almost looking a little bit wide. Had to slow the car down a little bit more. Martin Webster putting in his personal best with a 120 flat. Trying to close that gap up to himself and Sean Lee now that he doesn't have to battle any other car directly in his way. But the pack has split up a lot now. And the rain still pours hard down here at Sportsland SUGO here at the Japanese Grand Prix. If you are tuning in now, don't have to worry about pressing the red button on your remote, as you are able to scroll through this live stream. You're able to backtrack if you have missed the starts. You guys can go ahead and do that. But for any driver who is... for any viewer who is watching the stream live here. Ooh, we see yellow flags for DeVille, and he's out as well. Our 3rd retirement from this session. And looks like Mike is coming up to lap Seth Lee. And Seth's just staying off the racing line, allowing his competitors to go past. Sean Lee might have some company for him coming up here, though. But he does get out the way cleanly. But with 3 retirements early on in this race. Ooh, Seth losing the back end. Uh-oh. Seth, after this Porsche, you can spin it around. You're clear. Seth with a bit of a spin there. Losing some positions here. But Mike completing lap 6 now. Has a very good lead of 3 seconds. Sean Lee in P2 there. Doing his best to keep that 2nd position. Is going to earn himself some good points, but it's going to be Mike who's going to gain himself some big points in this one here. Martin Webster in P3 as well, in contention for this championship. And Klaus in P4. The only driver for Valhalla is going to score some big points, especially for this championship and the team championships as well. Danny Nasir catching up to Seth Lee now. Of course, Seth Lee lapped traffic here. Danny Nasir. Oh, I think he should have been a little bit more patient there. Danny catching up to Seth there. And Seth is just going to back off and allow the Bentley, the blue Bentley, to pass right through. Danny Nasir in P5, running a very good race for himself. Down the order now, there we see Tavar opening up the gap against himself and Azad Hassan. All the drivers have really started spreading out now, as now these guys have the 2nd phase really of this race, which is really the endurance test. It's a 60-minute race. These guys need to be very patient. They need to allow the car to keep its tires from scrubbing. 7 of you guys watching the stream, thank you guys so much for tuning in. It would be awesome if you could subscribe with notifications on. That'd be awesome. If you guys want to follow us on our social media pages and get to know us a little bit more, in the description down below, you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok.
Oh boy.
Seth Lee and Tavar Clark with an incident there. Reversing out on track. Remember, drivers, there is a competition caution coming up. This race is not over yet for any of you. You see Tavar getting a little bit frustrated as he might have made contact with Seth Lee. But yeah, if you are a driver yourself and you want to get in on the action here, in the description down below, you can also join us on our Discord as we see Isaac Nielsen in the chat rooting for Klaus. He's currently running in a strong P4 there. Opening up the gap, he's 8 seconds off of Martin Webster. And Sean Lee, I have to applaud him. 3.6, just under Mike Van Dorn. And this is Sean's second day of driving the Lexus. Let's check out the times here. 19.4 for Mike and a 20.
Come on, bro.
And we hear Tavar complaining. Not too sure what that's for. But it doesn't look like there is damage from Tavar, just a spin. Mike now coming up to Lance Nasir for lap traffic. Catching up to him on a front straight, the back straight, so this is definitely going to help out Mike get away from Sean Lee. Sean up next to overtake. And seeing Isaac in the chat. We can't wait to see you race, the Swedish Iceman. We can't wait to see you next year. As if you guys are not updated with us next year, first week of January, we start the DTM Championship as, Sean Lee has caught Lance Nasir, not the best of places. Similar to Danny Nasir and Seth Lee earlier, but they do get around clean. The DTM Championship is going to be coming up very soon, next year in January. A proposed 8-round championship, 45-minute races, following to the tradition of the first DTM Championship run earlier this year. And what a race that was. What a championship fight that was. We saw the likes of Justin Nasir against Sander van Leeuwen. Hopefully we can have another storybook race championship like that. Very excited. Looking down the order, it looks like Martin Webster has started closing up against Sean Lee now. Lance Nasir, who's 25 seconds just off. And you see Martin catching up now. Ooh, Martin Webster. Just getting out the way there, but Martin just catching him up at not the best of times. The last corner is really not the place you want to be at. But yeah, we do see Martin Toth in the chat. Next year, as this coming January, we are starting the next championship. So, of course, with us here at CMRSC, next week is going to be the last race of the championship. Unfortunately, we had to cut South Dakota and the Radicals due to time restraints, as we had to cancel a week here not too long ago. So we are running a week short of that, and we unfortunately had to cancel the Caribbean Motor Racing Championship Radical Caribbean Cup Grand Finale. And shuffling the order around, next week will be the final race of the year. It's going to be the 90s touring cars around Avus in Germany for the German Grand Prix. Hopefully we can see A nice turnout there for some drivers. It should be a very entertaining championship finale as triple points are on the line. Mike here is going to definitely extend that championship lead if he stays in this dominant fashion as he is. 43 minutes left to go in this session. But we don't see any pit stops just yet for any of the drivers. A lot of them now getting the groove of these tires, getting the groove of the car. And it's purely now an endurance race. Minute 20.4 for Danny Nasir. There he goes. Past our screens there. Around turn 2. Coming up to turn 3 now. The rain's still pouring down hard here at Sportsland SUGO for the Japanese Grand Prix. 3 retirements so far in this race. Jaden Harrison, Cole Bradbury, DeVille Park, all of them retiring on their own. No incidents we have seen just yet in this race. The drivers do have 1 mandatory pit stop to serve in this race, as well as the competition caution, which is looming over everyone's heads to when that will come out. At the 35-minute mark, which is coming up very quick now, you're going to see the competition caution wheel spin, wherever it lands on is the minute the caution will come out. It will not be alerted to the drivers when that caution will come out in advance. They will just have to listen out to either the stream or they just play it safe to when the caution comes out, listening through the voice chat. Klaus now lapping Lance Nasir out of 2. And a lot of drivers just all by themselves. Ooh. Mike just running a little bit off track there. It's going to allow Sean to close up a little bit. Sean is looking at Mike. It's in his sight there. Going on board with him. He's actually dropped down a couple tenths now. The gap is closing in slowly after that mistake from Mike Van Dorn. And so the gap is now 4.9. 19.9 for Mike and a 19.7 for Sean. So the gap closing up just that little bit more. Martin Webster now down into P3 and 20.9. A slower lap time for him. Oh, we see Seth Lee just trying to get out of the way. Seth now a couple laps down. Klaus, a 22.4. Down the order there we see Danny Nasir, who's 7 seconds off of Klaus. And looks like he's going to be lapping his brother really soon.
Wait, pits are open or no?
Apologies, what was that?
I was asking if pits are open or no.
The pits are open, yes. The pits are only closed during cautions, but right now the pits are open. So, yep, that goes for everyone. The pits opened at the 45-minute mark. And, yeah, they'll be closed with 15 minutes left to go in the race. So, Tavar Clark in the pit lane now. Going for a tire change. And looks like Sean Lee. Sorry, that's Seth Lee. And Lance Nasir. Having a little bit of battle with each other. But it's Tavar who's the first one in the pit stall. Looking around there, you see Lance Nasir. He's going to come around the final corner now. No movements from Tavar. It's a very slow stop for the tires to be fitted on that car. Here comes Lance. And Tavar is still in the pits. Yep, he's still there. Maybe there was damage. Trying to repair it now. Seth Lee coming in for a stop. Not too sure what's going on with Tavar. If he's retiring out, because I know he was asking earlier for the pits when they were open. We'll have to come back to him. It's a very long stop for him. Probably putting in a lot of fuel in there. Maybe running a short stint of fuel. Sean Lee closing up. I say that as Mike's last lap. A 20.1, Sean 19.7. The gap is coming down to 4 seconds flat. Seth Lee is coming out on track. There's an issue with Tavar's car. I don't know if it's a retirement, but Tavar might be out of this race. He's not seeing any movements from him, and Seth Lee is already out on track, and he had come in way earlier. Ooh, it's contact hard into the wall. How much damage is on that car? As Klaus, I think, is just going to overtake him there. But it's a very, very hard hit for Seth. Ooh, Danny just running around the outside is going to make that move done. Does Seth have bent steering at all? We're on board with him. Car does not look good. Might have to come in for repairs. You can see a shattered side screen. And Lance Nasir looks like he's about to get lapped by Azad Hassan in the Porsche. Ooh, check this out. Mike Van Dorn has just earned his first cut track of this one, and that has allowed Sean Lee to catch up just a little bit more. It's 4 seconds. So the tires might be wearing out now, but in about 1 minute and 16 seconds, we're going to find out when the competition caution comes out. Mike leads this one, followed by Sean Lee and Martin Webster. A very quiet race now, but things might start shaking up in a couple moments' time. We have 1 minute to go before we find out when we will be seeing the competition caution. There you see it. It's on your screen now. 42 seconds left to go. Ooh, Assad. Yellow flags for him. It looks like he's spun it. Mike saying that was close. And Sean Lee has also started closing up the gap a lot more.
I think I might need some new pants after that one.
Didn't catch it, unfortunately, but looks like it might have been close between Mike and Azad. 15 seconds left to go until the competition caution wheel is spun, and we can find out when the drivers will be bunching up together. And we're getting word that Tavar's out on track, so I don't know, once again, what happened to him. But the competition caution wheel spin is now underway. Here we go. When will the caution come out? It's one wheel spin. When's it going to come out? Now that is interesting. The competition caution will be coming out at the 15-minute mark. That is very loud. Mike comes in for a stop early, and he gets a drive-through penalty. Mike Van Dorn has been caught speeding in the pits, ladies and gentlemen. Drama. Sean leads.
Yes, the airline, Sean Lee.
But we now know at the... Wow, that's going to be interesting. 15 minutes mark, we will see the competition caution go off
Can't hear you, Martin.
with the pits closed. So this is now interesting. The pits will be closed with 15 minutes left to go, but the competition caution comes out at the 15-minute mark. So this is perfect for pit stops. I will say that much. Klaus in for his stop now as well. But it is drama as Mike has a penalty. Mike has a drive-through for speeding, and it's going to ruin this race for him. At least for now, the competition caution is definitely going to save him, but he's going to have to make some big position changes. And this is going to affect big time on this championship here. Klaus just losing a position down to Azad, who files in. Danny Nasir coming up fast. Ooh, Seth Lee into the grass as well. Flick spins it. Gets back out on track. I'm not too sure which part of the track that is. I think it's just coming up to the chicanes. Oh, not the best of places. Come back on track. And Mike is now taking that penalty. Watching him now. Azad coming up now. Where is he? Oh, he's on the back straight only. The gap is that huge. So Mike has taken his drive-through and he is back out on track in P3. Luckily for him, Azad is very far behind. And I know Azad had spun it earlier, so that's going to probably kick himself in the foot there to know that if he didn't spin, he would be up there. All the drivers maneuvering their way around Seth Lee there. Apologies, I cannot speak, but I am feeling a little bit better, not sick anymore, so that's a plus I can take home. Sean Lee in the lead right now.
Azad. Thank you.
He just yells out to Azad, "Excuse me, sir. Please get out my way. Thank you." As Sean is now leading this one. When does he make his pit stop? It's his question. He's now got himself a lifeline. Lance in the way. Lance not anymore. Still seeing yellow flags on our screens here. Not too sure what that's for. But I don't see anything.
You're right for that.
And there you see Klaus and Danny all overtaking Azad, and it. What's happened to him?
Lance, we coming through. Klaus and I.
Danny just shouting out there. An incident for Azad. Virtual safety car. Virtual safety car. We have a car stopped on track. Azad, is everything good on your side?
I can't pit now.
It's fuel for me. So.
Oh, you've run out of fuel?
No pits, right?
No, pits are closed. Pits are closed. Yeah, Azad, you might have to teleport into the pits. I think a quick way, if you want to rejoin into the server, I don't think you'll have to serve any time.
Are we slowing up or anything?
This is the competition caution, so Sean, you're the leader now. The pits are closed. So Sean, you're the leader. Put it down to 100, please.
How many laps am I behind?
I'll let everyone know. I'll let everyone know. So pits are closed. There's no overtaking at all.
There's a competition caution.
This is not the competition caution. This is a regular. This is an actual caution. So all you got to know is pits are closed and you got to catch up to the leader. No overtaking. Sean, it is your choice if you want to slow down a little bit more. If you want to just have the guys catch up to you a little bit quicker. So yeah, Azad, if you want, you could rejoin into the server instead of teleporting into the pits. And you won't be able, and you won't serve that penalty when you do teleport. So you should be fine if you rejoin now. But drama here, Azad Hassan runs out of fuel on the track. So as soon as we get everyone lined up, we're going to enable the lucky dog rule. And we'll let you know who earns that spot.
I was just about to pit, boy.
Sean Lee, a little distressed now.
Still got competition caution, so don't panic.
That's alright, that's alright. It's all in the fun.
It's all the gamble of going off late. So it looks like Danny Nasir is going to be the lucky dog, maybe? Or will it be any of the other drivers? I'm not too sure. But with everyone starting to line up now. Klaus, you are the lucky dog. You can go ahead and overtake the leader and come around the field. Once you come around the field, he's a lap down. Klaus is the only driver that has earned the lucky dog rule now.
Why am I a lap down?
Sean overtook you.
Because the leader hasn't pit yet.
Yeah, the leader is not pit.
Okay, I thought the leader was pitting before me.
Yep. Well,
I pitted, but the others didn't.
predicted to come back is in 2 laps before we go green. So Sean, that pace is perfect. Let's keep it like that. And of course, with this new lucky dog rule, we're not going to be shuffling everyone around now. So the lineup that you are right now is how we're going to restart.
Following NASCAR rules.
It's just something new we're trying out.
No, this is NASCAR rules. There's only one car that gets along. Everybody stays in their spot.
So, Klaus, as we look now, he has the lucky dog. One to green. One more lap. And there you see Klaus just running around now. So drivers, please put it down to 100. Please put it down to 100. And so there's the field bunched up. So interestingly now, with this new lucky dog rule in place, it's Sean Lee in the first position. Up next, though, is...
overtake them?
No, you cannot. There is no overtaking. It was only the person who has got the lucky dog is allowed to overtake. After that, however,
So
we
I
lined
didn't
up.
pass me.
No, because he was ahead of you. He was only lapped by the leader. So it's the leader who laps. But it's going to help Klaus a lot. Klaus are on the back straight. And we have a competition caution. With 10 minutes ago. Which is going to be very interesting because the pits will be closed by then. This lap we are going green.
100 until green?
Yes. Klaus, you should be catching up now to the field. So, with the lucky dog rule,
9 second behind.
with the lucky dog new rule in place, this is going to be very interesting. Klaus, able to get that freebie to get back on.
Can we get a little bit closer to each other, please?
Get ready for the restart. 100 kilometers, still keep it 100 kilometers. Single file.
So they'll just be behind?
Yep. Green flag. And we go racing once again. There the drivers go. Down into turn 1. Martin Webster and Mike both trying to make big positions now. Well, not necessarily positions, as they're trying to get past lap traffic as soon as possible. It looks like they've come through there pretty clean. Danny Nasir, the next driver to go. Was there contact? I'm not too sure if there was a yellow that came out. But there you see the lineup of cars coming up.
Red marking.
And there you see Martin and Mike following through. Very close, it's contact! Ah! I don't think Danny Nasir also expected Mike to be there as well. You guys are good, you guys are good. But it is Sean Lee leading. Martin Webster finally getting through, as well as Mike Van Doren. Interestingly, though, Martin and Sean yet to pit. Mike, the only one who was pit in this one, as well as Klaus. It's going to be Klaus and Mike, who are the two drivers who have pit up here in this field.
Yep.
So this is going to be very interesting here. Wait, I'm not too sure if Martin just said to go through. I think he is. He's allowing Martin. Oh no, Martin's entering the pits. Interesting now. Martin coming in for his stop. Sean Lee is also in the pits now. Remember, if you haven't already, to make your pit stop before 15 minutes. 15 minutes is when the pits are closed if you're yet to make a pit stop. If you make a pit stop after then, it's a penalty. And if you've not made a pit stop during this phase, also a penalty. So, Mike now set free. And Klaus is still a little bit behind this field, though. Oh, with lap traffic. There goes Klaus. Lance Desir getting out the way, and Sean Lee looks like he's just jumped Martin Webster.
Son, you're a capitalist, Mike. Jeez.
I'm fun.
So with their pit stops made, the drivers are going to be bunched up very soon. There you see Danny Nasir, P5. He is Tavar Clark, who's in P7 just behind him. Van Dorn coming around the front straight now to lead us off. Klaus into P2. The gamble for Sean Lee and Martin Webster going as late as possible into this race has not worked out for them. And the yellow flags have caught them out big time. And once again, I'm not too sure why we do see yellows on our screens here. But there are no yellows for now. 21 minutes and 1 lap to go in this race. And Lance Desir pits. See, the race already starting to spread out a little bit as Mike now with new tires. Ooh, Azad actually getting his first cut of the day, the first cut track. Ooh, Seth Lee. Once again, losing the back end of that McLaren 650S. But it's Mike who leads, followed by Klaus Klint and Sean Lee. This caution is going to be very interesting now with the competition caution coming up in 5 minutes time. It's going to be a sprint to the end, I'll tell you that much. 10 minutes should be approximately 10 minutes solid of racing. The rain is definitely easing up a little bit. Ooh, Seth, no, what's happened to him? Seth, in his first full race, he has had races before, but this is his first one that he's looks like to be driving to the very end. Still learning his feats of sim racing. He's currently down in P9. It's still going to score himself some points. Everyone here today is going to score. Oh no. I was going to say everyone here is scoring himself points. Tavar has gotten himself his second warning. And looks like Seth has probably overheated his tires. I think he's on the softs. Should be. back through the pack now. It's 18 minutes and 50 seconds left to go. We are getting very close to the end here. I keep seeing yellow flags for Seth Lee once again. Of course, we don't want to send a driver home early on if they're dangerously driving. But he is getting out the way for his fellow competitors. The rain is definitely easing up a little bit. It's not looking too damp on track. Just want to go through the weather. As there it is. I think no, it's still a little bit heavy there. I'm not too sure. I heard the rain easing up a little bit, but I know the rain will stop. And Seth Lee just not having the best of races for him. Check this out. Ooh, we look in the background here. We see Azad just following Klaus there. Martin Webster, 3 seconds to Sean. So the rain is transitioning. There you can see the track is not as damp as it was before earlier in this race. They have 30 minutes of hard racing in the heavy rain. But the rain is starting to ease up. The sun is coming out. Track is drying up very quickly now. But the rain has stopped, it looks like. We go on board with Martin Webster here. Trying to look at the windscreen here. The rain is definitely lighter now. And the sun is out. It looks like there's a bit of drizzle. Dry, sunny conditions in 7 minutes' time. Dry, sunny conditions in 7 minutes' time. And with 50 seconds left to go.
Oh, the lucky dog in front of me.
Make sure to get your pit stops in. There are only 40 seconds left for the caution. Before the competition caution. Any driver who is yet to make a pit stop will earn themselves a penalty, but looking through our database here, it looks like everyone has made their pit stops, and in 10 seconds we're going to hear the competition caution come out. Competition caution is out. Competition caution is out. Mike, slow down your pace to 100. Let's get everyone caught up now. No overtaking, and the pits are officially closed. Any driver who has not made their pit stop to this point is going to receive a penalty at the end of this race. And it looks like Lance Nasir might earn himself the lucky dog here early on. We might let him through. Lance, you are the lucky dog. You can go ahead and overtake the leader.
Lucky dog.
Oh, is Lance a lucky dog? He's in front of Mike. He's not behind Mike.
He was behind Mike.
I was right. He just passed me.
Okay.
So there you can see dry conditions finally coming out. And the track is now dry. Now we're gonna get some interesting racing here. The sun is out. Competition caution is underway. And we are now waiting for Lance Nasir to catch up to the back of the queue, as well as all the other drivers, to begin this one. We do have Sean Lee and Martin Webster. Of course, yet to come across, but there you see him in the back of our screen. So, with the order now, it is Mike in first, followed by Klaus, Sean Lee, Martin Webster, Danny Nasir, Lance Nasir, Tavar Clark, Azad Hassan, and Seth Lee. But there you see Seth Lee is...
Can I ask a silly question? Isn't the Lucky Dog the first lap car behind the leader?
Yes.
I am the first lap car behind the leader. The other guys are like 5 laps down. They're not the first lap car behind the leader.
Remember, as soon as the caution comes out, that's when all the positions freeze. And then when you look on track, whoever is the first car behind the leader, which is Mike, would get to go around.
That's the first car behind the leader.
First car behind the leader. So Mike just got past Lance about 30-40 seconds before the caution came out. So therefore, when the caution did come out, he was the first car behind Mike, and therefore he was able to go around.
So who's the Lucky Dog? Lance?
It was Lance, yep. But we let him through very early on before you guys caught up, so...
That's fine, but I got the question I'm asking is the first lap car behind the leader is not Lance. Lance is 5 laps down. He's about the 10th lap car behind the leader.
No. If they can be multiple laps down.
Okay.
Yeah. I understand what your question is. Yeah, they can be multiple laps down.
I'm the first lap guy behind the leader.
Yeah. You're the first driver in the order to only be 1 lap down. But the rule is it's whoever is the first car that is a lap down, period. Not, determining how many laps down they are. It's just the rule is if they are the Lucky Dog and they're multiple laps down, they're only allowed to go around once and then catch up to the back of the queue.
I think Danny is right.
Oh, remember,
It's okay, we'll go with this for now.
Remember,
this
is a
We
brand
can
new...
talk about this later.
Yeah, this is still a brand new concept.
He is not going off the leaderboard. He's going off track action. So Mike passed you, Lance. You're the first car that is behind him. If it was Seth would have passed you. It's you. So that's why it's not based on the leaderboard. It's based on track.
Are we going green this lap?
Please hold. I'll let you know in a second. Just finding out where Lance is. Yes, we are. We are going to be going green on this lap, and we should have 10 minutes left of racing. And remember, there is 1 lap extra after the timer expires.
Just one question.
Wait, can I ask who is behind me in the Porsche?
Yep. Klaus, you can go ahead and ask your question.
Yeah, the cars in front of me, do they have blue flag when I'm coming
Klaus
from the
is
behind
behind
now?
me.
As soon as it turns green, they will have blue flags. Tavar Klaus is behind you.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was asking.
Yeah. So once the green drops, you will have the blue flag rule applied to you. So let's get everyone bunched up.
When you go green, I'm going to go by you, Seth.
So just keep in mind, check your relative to know who is where and who you have to let go if you have to, or who you have to overtake. Get ready for the restart. No more weaving, single file, and listen for my cue.
I go on the other side.
Yeah.
Seth, stay on the right. I'm going to go left.
Green flag, green flag, green flag.
Chicky Martin, chick.
And here we go. This is it. There, all of them go through pretty cleanly there. And let the racing begin. Hopefully one final time if there's no more cautions. Ooh, contact between... Oh, Klaus!
Come on, guys.
Klaus has made contact with Sean there. Oh, and it might be damage for him. Going through the chicanes now. A lot of drivers are going to be very aggressive, but might be a racing incident. And will be taken to the stewards after this one. It's contact between Sean Lee and Klaus Clint.
You're going to get me in the straightaway, Klaus.
Go, Martin.
Go.
They say all the drivers working together, allowing the blue flags when they have to. Danny Nasir does have to watch out as well. Oh! As the Sun goes off track! Losing out to Javar Clark in that battle there. Remember, a lot of these drivers are really going to have to... Oh, I think that's as well Klaus going off track. A lot of these drivers, if they have blue flags, they need to let go of the right person at the right time before they get accidentally caught up at the wrong place. But Mike is out of there. He's checked out of the hotel, and he has 8 minutes to victory lane. Sean Lee and Martin Webster. It's the battle for P2. It's Lexus versus Lexus. And poor Klaus. It's a shame. He's fallen behind this order here. And the sun is coming out now. One final time here at Japan at Sportsland SUGO, the Japanese Grand Prix coming up to a close. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be Sean? Is it going to be Martin? Who is taking P2? In car with Sean Lee now. Martin goes wide. Sean has a better exit. There they go. They're side by side. It's for P2. Sean's going to get the move done early on. Can Martin Webster come back from that mistake? In car with Martin Webster now. He doesn't have to worry about the cars behind him. They're not even fighting him for position at all. Martin Webster's going to need a good launch out of the final corner here. Runs a little bit wide there. The tire's probably giving up on him just a little bit. Clear skies to the very end of this one. We have a little bit of a wet drop there on our screen there. I wish we could get that off. Don't think the cameraman is waking up and brushing that. Martin Webster is closing up, though. This fight is not over yet by any means. A personal best for Lance here, 25.8 for him. And the chase is on for Martin Webster. Can he get back P2? Ooh, a little bit shaky on the grass as well for Webster. And the gap is now opened up. A second. But there you see Mike, 6-second lead now. Clausen needs to come back in this battle as well. Maybe hope for a yellow. The sun is getting a little bit brighter now. 2 cut tracks for Mike. Mike is going to have to watch out. He does not exceed the cut tracks. He's already served the 1 drive-through penalty. He doesn't need another. Trying to extend that gap is Sean as Martin makes another mistake, dropping him down another second. It's not looking good for the X-Play driver. The guy in E's now falling down and slowly away from Sean Lee. This is not good for him and not good for his title hunt. I believe this is Sean Lee's first or second race in this championship. It's going to be huge points. 18 points for him if he finished where he is now. 4 minutes and 45 seconds left to go in this race. It's Bentley, Lexus, Porsche. That's your top 4. The 4 contenders really for this race out here at Sportsland SUGO. And a couple laps to go. A 19.4 for Sean and a 20.5 for Martin. He's a second off and is already down to 3 seconds as Martin Webster. That's a huge shame for him. And he was up in this battle. Not too long ago before the end of this one. Stick around, though. This is not a finish you want to miss out. Can Martin Webster hold the difference? He's kind of closing in a little bit there. I do see ahead Danny Nasir ahead of Tavar. He's in P7, but of course don't have to give way for each other. But Danny looking very good in P5. He's a lap down, unfortunately.
Danny Hazard is behind. Hazard is behind. You wanna let me through? Because you're not back to the one.
Sorry, go again?
I'm saying Hazard is behind me.
Seth Lee with a hard hit in the wall. Does he get back on track in a safe
you
manner?
You want to go by?
Yeah.
Okay.
Danny Nasir. Oh, he's run a little bit off. Well, it's definitely going to allow the two of Azad and Tavar to go through. Is this for position? Yes, it is. And I think Tavar's plan was to try to get the Bentley in between them. But Azad Hassan has managed to go through after Danny actually ran completely off track. And now Azad looking to the inside. Switches down to the outside. Tavar already uses one move to the inside. Has to stay where he is. Very close they go. Down to the braking zone. Battle for P7 here in the closing stages of this one. Can Azad get the move done on Tavar? Who's it going to be for P7? Around the final corner once again, a 19.4 for Sean. It's his personal best, a 20.7 for Martin Webster. It's down to 5 seconds, 5.7 between himself and the leader, Sean and Mike. But this is your battle that we're watching, the closest battle on track. We look behind them now. Ooh! Tavar goes wide! And he's gonna lose that position! Also getting himself a cut track. Azad goes wide now! Tavar side by side! Can Tavar even get the move back done? Yes, he is! He actually squeezes them a little bit! And they still keep racing! Tavar somehow still ahead of Azad! The two Porsches having a ding-dong battle with each other. Looks like Azad might have gone a little bit wide! It's gonna lose him some time, though. On board with Azad Hassan. How close can you get between these two drivers? Both of them not wanting to give up an inch. Ooh, Azad pushing so hard. Almost running off track. Danny Nasir onto the inside. Is Danny gonna take the move, or he's just gonna let the battle continue? He is. Allowing his fellow competitors to let them race. And Danny calls it out. He's letting him know he's not going to fight. Who was that? Seth Lee once again. But we are now down to 2 to go.
The back straight, folks.
And now, can Azad pull the move off? You need to get a good exit here. Azad going a little bit deep. Using a lot of curb on exit. They're on the back straight. Danny Nasir letting go of Klaus in the background there. And I think we're about to get confirmation that Mike is now on the final lap. Azad going a little bit wide off track. Klaus earning his second cut track of this race. Around the final corner, every driver is now notified it's the final lap of the race. It's Azad Tavar. Who's going to take P7 here? They're still neck and neck. Very close together. Under a second. It's 3/10. Hard on the brakes. Maybe a little too close for comfort. Assad Hassan getting very close to Tavar's rear. Closing stages now. Who's it going to be? Guyana versus Jamaica here in Japan. Very close together in this battle here. The two drivers are. He needs a good exit here. Can Assad? No! Assad's gonna lose the back end! That's gonna be it for that battle! It was a hard charge, but too much pushing maybe, I don't know. But around the final corner to extend the points lead. In the Bentley, it is the Dutchman, Mike Van Dorn, who's gonna take home victory lane. It's Mike winning at Japan. Sean Lee is gonna have to take home P2 after a great battle in the restart for himself and Martin Webster. And speaking of which, Martin finishing P3. Klaus is not going to be happy with that restart there. Filing a protest possibly. Possibly going to file a protest against himself and Sean. We're going to have to look at it at the end of the race. But Klaus is going to come home unofficially in P4. Those drivers coming across the line. What a race that was. That's your top three. And Mike wins it at Japan. What a race that was to the very end. An endurance battle from rain to dry. Looks like Martin has already parked it early into a wall. There he is.
Good race there, as I said. So my feel was finishing. I was trying not to push too hard.
Yeah, I do want to shout both of you guys out there, Tavar and Assad. That was a great battle to watch to the very end there. A lot of fun racing to watch between you guys. But it is your top three now. Martin third, Sean second, and Mike finishing in P1. And there you go, lighting up.
Congrats, Mike.
The rears. Beautiful there. And I want to start off the interviews here. Starting off with P3, Martin Webster. That was a great race from you. The restart was not the best of plans, falling down into P3. But how was that race for you regardless? Martin Webster, do we have you?
Show up.
He's there.
I don't hear him. Martin, can you hear us? Alright, we will come back to Martin if he's still available. Sean, that was a good restart from you. And coming up into P2, that was overall a very good race. Unfortunately, losing out to the first caution. Other than that, how was that one?
Yeah, that was a nice race. Congratulations, Mike. Congratulations, Martin. Yeah, that was a good race. I really wasn't expecting to be this quick, but it was good. Today we didn't have nothing for Mike. You know, Mike is pretty quick, so it was for me. It was just to settle in, and once he got past me, and just to settle in and chill out, and try to keep Martin behind me.
Indeed, yeah. We heard you over the radio that you were gonna make that pit stop just before the caution. How did you feel as soon as the caution did come out, though? Where were you on track as well?
I was actually approaching like 2 more turns to get on the front straight, going to the pits. But yeah, that was sinking because after my pitted, my only shot I really had was like to push. So I was pushing. I was actually crashed a couple of times, and between that and some lap traffic, and then when that came out, it just sunk me in my seat. I was like, you kidding me? But it was good fun though. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a very fun race, especially to watch you come up through the field as well. Congratulations, that was a great race from you.
Thank you.
And in first position, It is, of course, the one, the only. It's Mike Van Dorn. You are once again winner here at CMRSC. How's that one?
Yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed that race. Bentley is very fun to drive for sure. Yeah, I mean, my pace was just good all around. Bit of a shame that I couldn't get pole there, but got it back in the race. My start was terrible. I don't know what I did there, but yeah, I got it back. And then, I mean, on pace, I finished where I should have finished, so I can only be satisfied with that. But yeah, I mean, yeah, traffic was also a lot better this time as well. So props to them for actually getting out of the way properly this time.
Indeed, yeah. I want to go a little bit back in time to, yeah, Martin, we'll get to you in just a moment. Mike, I just want to go back in time for you. What happened for you to get a drive-through?
Yeah, I fully forgot where my braking point was for the pit lane. So I broke slightly too late, entered the pits at, I think, 100 kph. So, yeah. But I think I would have had the pace to catch back up anyway, but the caution saved me, of course, so.
Next time we drive this car, you gotta let me set up.
But yeah, great race from you there, Mike. And yeah, that's more extending the points coming to the final race. You're currently leading the championship standings. And I say best of luck to you for the final race.
Yep, thank you. And
just rounding out here in P3, Martin Webster. Unfortunate restart between you and Sean there. After you guys had a very good battle. But how was that race for you nonetheless?
It was good. I mean, I was happy that I got P3. I wasn't on the pace of Sean Lee nor Mike, but I have some PC issues. My USB hub just was bugging out, and when we were coming up in the back straight, I lost connection to the wheel, and it just got stiff, really stiff in my hand, and that's when I went off the road, and Sean just put the power down. He just drove by me like I was standing still. I was hoping that I would have been able to keep him behind for maybe about 5 laps, but I knew it was inevitable because he was about a half a second a lap faster, and I was still nursing this problem that was kept popping up all the time. So, and that's why at the end of the race, the car just went straight into the wall. But all in all, it was good because it's nice when I got to race with guys like Sean, and Mike was in a league of his own. I think my battle was with Sean and maybe Tavar, if Tavar was up there, and Cole Bradbury, if they were up there. But yeah, it was fun. It was a lot of fun trying to chase Sean Lee down and match his pace. It was always enjoyable to do that.
And always happy to see you back on the podium. Congratulations, Martin. That's a great V3 for you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
We're gonna sign off the stream here now in terms of all penalties and all that. Of course, I'll be looking through the stream and finding through all those. We shouldn't have too many of those, but I'll still report to you guys through the Race of Champions Discord channel there. As for now, though, we'll get the server up as soon as possible. And from the streaming side, we're gonna send it off here, and we'll see you next week. And what a race that was here at Sportsland SUGO for the Japanese Grand Prix. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for tuning in. The rain has come back. That's unfortunate. The rain is back, but that is it for us here at Japan. Next week is the finale. Next week is the 90s touring cars around Avus. It's gonna be Dive Bomb City there. We've already had a race there before. I wonder who won that race. Probably some awesome guy. I don't know. You gotta go back through our channel to find out who won that race. But we did run that race back for the DTM Championship. So, how is Avus gonna turn out? How's the final round gonna turn out? Mike has a huge lead. And reading the chat there, who knew a battle for PA could be so intense? You only find stuff like that, and just so good racing. Our Caribbean Winter Racing Sim Club. My name is Rule Nasir. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the broadcast. We'll see you next week for the German Grand Prix and for the finale of CMRSC Season 1.